Welcome back to the Moralis channel. My name is Ash. I've been getting a lot of questions on the videos part 1 and part 2 of the generative art NFT series using Moralis, so I thought I could bring some value to you today by answering them. Let's get into it. So the first question is there a code repository for creating 10,000 NFTs using SVG layers and then creating the minting contract and selling them on Polygon/Openc? So break that question down into chunks. The first is there a code repository for creating 10,000 NFTs? So 10,000 pieces of art. Let's look at that first. So in Visual Studio Code, navigate to your code base that we're referring to in the tutorials. In the input folder, we've got config.js, and then we're going to do a search for edition size. And currently in the tutorials, I've been making 10 unique pieces of art, and to make 10,000, just add 3 zeros. And in theory, this will create 10,000 unique pieces of art, which you can then turn into NFTs. The theory is because only if we have enough data, enough layers fed into the engine to create 10,000 unique pieces of art, will it create 10,000, because it's not going to create duplicates, is what I'm trying to say. There aren't going to be duplicates, and it's only going to create as many unique pieces of art as it possibly can with the layers that we give it. Also keep in mind that 10,000 files uploaded to IPFS automatically through this script is definitely going to take some processing time. I haven't reached the limits yet, but I mean, you want to keep in mind that you don't want to make the files too big, so you don't want to make the width or height too big. In fact, the smaller you make these files, the quicker they're going to upload in bulk to IPFS. This script in general is a bulk uploader to IPFS. It has that integrated into it. So, but you just want to keep in mind, I mean, I haven't tested the boundaries of how far you can push this engine with IPFS, but yeah, 10,000 is probably going to be somewhere up there. So the next part of the question was creating 10K NFTs using SVG layers. So currently we are creating our unique pieces of art with PNG layers. But if we go to Node Canvas is the library that we're using to create the artwork. Just refer to the documentation on the library. It is Canvas, and you should be able to, whatever file types it has in here included that it's compatible with, you should be able to use as layers to create the generative art in our engine. So currently using PNGs, but whatever you can use, SVGs is definitely included. I haven't tested it myself, but in theory. And the final part of the question was creating the minting contract and selling them on Polygon Openc. So currently we are manually, I've shown you how manually we are creating an endpoint in a contract using Solidity. If we go to Remix, you can see I'm working on the contract for the next part of the video series, where we're going to create a front-end dapp that allows you to have your NFT collection lazy minted. So you're not minting 10,000 NFTs all at once. You are lazy minting it so that the users, the people that want to own your collection, they come to this dapp that you have created using Moralis, and when they hit the mint button, they can then own that NFT that they mint themselves. And that is all going to be possible through this contract that we're going to create and the dapp that we're going to create in JavaScript using Moralis. But that is still to come, work in progress. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for alerts to know when that video comes out. So next question I've got is, can you show a front-end dapp also where users can upload layers to generate NFTs? Interesting. So I guess that is kind of another layer on top of a front-end minting dapp where you allow third-party users to create their own generative art, and that would be totally possible with Moralis. The generative art engine is only going to be run locally by yourself on your computer, but totally you could use the same Moralis endpoints, the same API calls as we're using now in a dapp that is available to the rest of the world. So definitely, and if that is something you'd like me to explore, then give this video a thumbs up and let me know down in the comments below. But a collaborative or user generated generative art engine is definitely possible with Moralis. Next question I've got is, why does the SVG code size matter if you list your NFT on Polygon/OpenSea where there are no gas fees? So the size of the file that we're using in this instance that comes out the other end of our generative art engine doesn't matter to the gas fee, because we're uploading to IPFS, and then once our file is uploaded to IPFS, we're just getting a unique reference, a unique hash, a CID, that we're then using as our reference on the blockchain. But anytime we interact with a blockchain, there's going to be a fee, there's going to be gas to pay, but that fee shouldn't change on the size of the file. The only time the size of our file should matter is to the time that it takes to upload to IPFS, or whether we're hitting some kind of upload limit. But that's the only time the file size should matter. Next question is, would this work for Binance, or any plans on doing a Binance tutorial? Firstly, yes, this would definitely work on Binance, and it's as easy as choosing a Binance mainnet or testnet server in Moralis. So when you create your server instance, you would just select Binance testnet or mainnet, along with any other blockchains that you wanted to deploy your contract onto. So with Binance, you can code in Solidity and deploy your contract in exactly the same way as we've done in part 2 of the tutorial series so far. We've also got loads of Binance Smart Chain resources on moralis.io. We've also got many videos on YouTube, an entire series. All these videos here on Binance Smart Chain, definitely enough to get you started. I would go with deploying smart contract to BSC. Binance Smart Chain programming, definitely a useful video to get you started, and then yeah, just couple that with what I've shown you in part 2 of the video series thus far. But yeah, any other questions on Binance Smart Chain, if you would like a tutorial, let me know down in the comments below. But it should be very easy to take the contract that we've already created and port that over to Binance, especially when you can just create a brand new, well, just if we're currently deployed on Mumbai, which we are, Polygon, then we would just need to select Binance Smart Chain and make sure that our contract was interoperable with that as well, and we deployed it to Binance. Very simple. And the last question I've got today is there anyone on Discord that would be willing to help walk me through this type of thing? I'm struggling to copy the videos because they always leave out small details that they may not think of that are important. Yeah, I totally get this question, because there's always things that you take for granted when you're doing tutorial videos, even when you're doing them step by step, that you just take it for granted that, you know, on someone else's machine they haven't installed something that you forgot about, or just different environments that you can never quite cover all the bases. So I totally get that, and that is why we have a Discord dedicated to support. We also have a forum also dedicated to support, and if there's any issues that come up with the code base, then I always welcome you submitting any issues there on GitHub on the code base directly. But yeah, I am here to help you on the Discord. There's many developers with Moralis that are willing to help you, so don't hesitate to ask any questions. As well as that, down in the comments below in YouTube, always happy to help. But that is unfortunately all the time I have today. I have to get back to developing the smart contract that I just showed you for part 3. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you then.